I was just thinking when you were talking about dimensions, like, is that an egotistical point of view that we have, that there's like a portal to another dimension? And is it really just that these dimensions are constantly around us? We just don't have the ability to access them. Like, they're there all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like legitimately why no one, like the Fermi paradox, you know the Fermi paradox? Which is if there's so many stars and so many planets, where are all the aliens? Where's the fucking aliens? Maybe they don't, maybe they get so smart that they never do that. Like, maybe no one does that.
It's like, as a species, we're like a crazy person in a bus station staring at his hand and being like, where are the aliens? I don't see the aliens in my hand. When it's like, all he has to do is look up and he's surrounded by it.
Well, you know the ultimate mindfuck when it comes to the time travel, right?
No.
The ultimate mindfuck when it comes to time travel is that one day they are going to have a time machine. And it's probably likely. It might take 100,000 years.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Assuming you are the super advanced species, then what you do is you create these genetic, these like, you create like DNA. You create a kind of packaged thing that when it lands in the right environment that you could live in has the tendency to evolve into a technological civilization that will build a time machine that is actually point B for your time machine. So you release from your planet just infinite blasts of this DNA.
This is what I think. And I think this is a ridiculous way to look at it too. But I think it is entirely possible that we're number one. Meaning that we're the first.
We're the first?
We're the first of all these things to achieve this state. And that when these things achieve this state, they either blow themselves up or they keep going and they become more and more advanced. But I don't think it happens very often. And I might be wrong. I might be totally wrong. But it hasn't happened anywhere near us. So let's pretend that the galaxy that we look at right now that we can see, let's pretend that's the universe. What if we find out that out of this galaxy of hundreds of millions of stars, we're the only intelligent life?
Yeah.
That drastically narrows the possibility for intelligent life everywhere else in the universe, except for the fact that the universe is infinite, which means that not only is there intelligent life somewhere in the universe, there's a Duncan Trussel somewhere in the universe. Not only is there a Duncan Trussel, but there's a Duncan Trussel that said everything that you said in the exact same order. With every pause, every time you dribble piss on your toilet seat and you go, I'll take care of that later, and you shut the lid, it did that to the exact T an infinite number of times throughout space and time. So, like, not only is there one of you, but there's an infinite number of yous and then an infinite number of possibilities left and right that you could have gone. Different paths you could have taken. Like, that's how big the universe is. That's how big infinity is. But that doesn't mean that anything's ever gotten smarter than this. This is the only thing that we know that's gotten this smart. And it might be this is the only thing that's got this smart, because something had to be the first thing that got this smart. It didn't unless it happened simultaneously, like we're saying, then it happened with a bunch of things. But let's call that thing the same thing in different places. It's not like there's a gray alien with big black eyes and a giant head and a little skinny neck that reads your mind and flies through magnetic fields, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about you and I, this thing. This thing might exist an infinite number of times all throughout space and time, but let's call it this one thing. This one thing, this might be the first time anything has gotten as advanced as this one thing.